Now that spring is like right around the corner, here in the homeschool world, we know that that means plans for the next school year start to form. So in today's video, I am going to share with you my new homeschool planner. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet. If you are new here, I am a homeschooling mom of 2 boys, and I like to make planners. For the last, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years, I have been sharing with you guys my personal planner. And for the last 3, I've been sharing with you my homeschool planner. And last year, I finally made it available over on Etsy, and you guys made it a best seller. Thank you so much for anybody that bought it, that shared it, that watched my video on it and shared that video. And yeah, I am very grateful for that and for you. So I have been putting together my planner for the next school year, and this is the cover. I have already used my little binding machine to put this one together. If you are wondering how I bind my books, I do have a video on that, and I will link it for you here and down below. I am going to go ahead and give you a full flip through of the planner and kind of walk you through my thought process when creating these spreads, and then how I plan on using them. I have this page dedicated for just our why, and in case you ever fall in a rut, you can just look at this page and kind of regroup, gather yourself, and remind yourself of why you are doing this and why it's important for your family. And I don't know, it gives you a little pep talk. I have some trackers, some logs that are just gonna help you keep track and organize, and in case that state comes for you, you are going to have everything on hand ready to show it. So I have course of study, which I have mentioned before. For this one, I just have my elementary, like what are our goals during the elementary school year. So since I have both my kids in elementary school, that's what we're going for. I'm not going to split it per grade. And then also we know that a lot of our kids are ahead in some things and behind in other things, so we don't really fit in a specific grade if we were in traditional school. And then we have our curriculum, so that includes anything that we use during this school year. Workbook, textbook, unit study is going to go in here. Then I do have a student's goals page. I have one for each student, and you can split your goals by character, academics, and then I have 2 empty ones here, so you can go ahead and fill them in with whatever are specific to the child. Brain dump, things to try, places to visit, and unit studies based on kids' interest. I do want incorporate more of the kids' interest rather than just me giving them, creating these unit studies and that sort of thing. So that's what that's for. And then curriculum notes and any notes or reminders, logging info and memberships. These pages are very similar from the last planner that I had, because I really like the layouts of these. In case if you are part of online curriculum, whether it's teaching textbooks or a typing curriculum, whatever it is, you have it here, and then I can track it, like what the website is, how much it's costing us, and then the renewal date. Is it worth it? Is it not? My year at a glance, I have this one starting in August, because we usually start our school year the first week of August, but there's also a blank one. So if you start in September, you can go ahead and fill in with your year starting in September. To just fill in, map our year for the days that we're going to have off, if there's any holidays that we're going to take off. Then we have a year at a glance, where I'm just going to list whatever things I want to try during each month. If there's a birthday, we want to do something special for that birthday person. If we want to do like specific holiday crafts or mini units, I will write that in there, just to kind of keep it, there written down. And then when I'm trying to plan for that month, I can go ahead and flip through here and just figure out, is there anything that I wanted to do? And then we have our attendance. So you're gonna fill in the months up on top, just like cross off the weekends for each month. And then as we go, I'll just have a check mark if we did school that day. If we don't do school that day, I will do an X. And then at the end of the month, I can tally them up and see how many days we've done of school. Our year, this one is supposed to be kind of like mapping your year. You can go ahead and fill in all the lessons that you have for the school year by subject and then by week. I like to have it like that. I don't know, it just makes my heart happy to have it like all at a glance like that. And then for lesson tracker, this is to track my curriculum like lessons. So I will go on and fill in master books. That's what we use for math, the number of lessons, and I'll go ahead and cross off as we go. So if there's any subject that is being neglected, I can see it here at a glance. Like, how are we still stuck on lesson 5 for geography and we're in lesson 20 for math? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we can ease off on this subject and pay a little more attention to a different one. So that's what my intention for this one is. And then just so you can see where you're at without bringing all the workbooks out, without bringing everything out. And then books to read, just to track what I want to read for read aloud or independent reading. And then my monthly pages. You guys, it was highly requested to include a 2-page spread for the months. And I needed that too. I didn't add the 2 months last year, the 2-page last year. And I caught myself like filling in notes like everywhere else. This time I have my monthly grids are going to be a 2-page spread, and it's not dated, it's not labeled. I know some people like to start their weeks on Sundays, some started on Mondays. Month at a glance, and at the beginning of the month I can kind of just gather everything that I need right here. What's going to be our focus, priorities, to do, if there's anything I need to prep. So then it goes on, all my monthly pages are together because I like them that way. And then it's my weekly spread. So when I was trying to figure out what my weekly spread was going to look like, I went back to my planner for this year and really looked back at what was I actually using and what was I not using. And this page right here was not getting used at all. The only thing that was getting used was the little boxes up at top, which was like if we're going to the library that day, if we need to return the books, if we have soccer practice, a dentist appointment, or somewhere to be. That's what was getting used out of this page. Everything else, we're doing morning basket, but I'm not rotating it like I was before, so I don't need to write everything down each week. On the other side, opposite of that, I had the 3 long boxes where I was using one box for one child, the next box for another child, and then the last one was just kind of open for whatever I wanted, just kind of available there. So I started using those boxes for what is going to be for dinner this week and what do I need to get done. You know, I've kind of really steered away from using a personal planner just because I depend on my homeschool planner so much, and like our whole thing is kind of like, you know, around homeschool. So it only makes sense to bring that into my planner now. I used to hate the idea of that, of having it both in the same planner. Like, why do I need to put my meals in this planner, in my homeschool planner? But it only makes sense. Like, I can kind of plan out my meals accordingly. If we're going to have a doctor's appointment or soccer or whatever, I'm not going to make a meal that's going to take me longer that day. So I am ditching that layout and I am adding the little boxes up at top on my left-hand side, where that's going to be like places to be, things to get done that day. Again, library, soccer, appointments, that's up here in this box. And then I have one of these boxes each for each child. All of the layouts that I have shared with you guys, like the weekly layouts that I shared my first year, my second year, they're all going to be available in the PDF when you download it. So you can go ahead and pick and choose and mix and match whatever you prefer. So that's on my left, and then on my right I have these like 4 boxes. I have my to-do list, like things I need to just get done this week. It doesn't necessarily have to be school related, it's just whatever I need to get done this week. The meals are going to be down here too. I am going to go ahead and enter that. Now I didn't want to go and like label it, you know, meals, what's for dinner, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because not everybody wants that in their planner. So I am just leaving that box unlabeled, open for you. Make use of that box as you please. That is for my weekly layout. And then I also have tracker here for next year's curriculum choices. And then something, I just printed one out here, but I have a whole separate book for this one here, and it is for my unit planning. I just wanted to print it out so you guys can see it, but I have a whole notebook dedicated to this, which is just a bunch of these pages. Science, social studies, geography, whatever unit that you are creating, you can go ahead and fill it in here, everything that you're going to need, and also break down the unit by week and then what is happening each week for that unit. If it's, I don't know, on outer space, the first week we're learning all about our planet, like all the planets. The second week it's all about the moon. The third week is all about the sun and the stars, and you know where I'm getting. Again, the planner is available for digital purchase over on Etsy. You can use the same planner for years to come. It's undated. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you guys on the next one.